Yes, I. Look at it. Pouring like dawn from all over the city. Coming right on down here. With them arms, legs, good gracious, strong too. Had to be for stemming work. The Duke said American tobacco get the easy job like rolling today's own women. Most of our ladies come from the fields anyway.
When I first moved to Durham 8 years ago, I heard about Hayti. I thought it was just another neighborhood like Walltown or Cleveland Holloway. But I soon learned that Hayti was the shadow of a community that used to be, but that was destroyed by the 147 freeway beginning in the early 70s. On this journey, we'll find out what Hayti was, but more importantly, what it is today. At the Hayti Heritage Center, we'll hear from community organizers who all pride themselves on deep connections to Hayti. We'll find that when we ask people to talk about Hayti, they often do in the present tense. And we'll learn that Hayti lives within the walls of the Heritage Center, the community church and the last surviving structure from historic Hayti. We learn about the complexities of Hayti, how it rose and fell, and that it was one piece of a larger story. We'll learn that the tobacco industry that fueled the growth of Hayti was built on the backs of Black women. We learn that there was class conflict within the Black community, and that people had different visions for the future of their neighborhood. While urban renewal played a large role in dividing this community, they are now facing a new wave of gentrification. But before knowing about that, you need to know why Hayti was able to exist the way it was, and how it embodied the perseverance and resilience of a train.
Now, there are different stories, but the one that I think is probably most accurate is it was named after the country when Haiti fought for and gained its independence. Angela Lee, I'm the executive director at Hayti, and my home is Chapel Hill. This was a tribute to that little train that could, the independence, if you will, that the Hayti community in Durham had.
And the train was very much related to the tobacco industry. I mean, Durham came on the scene after the Civil War and having this great new product that the world wanted. And now they had the train to transport it everywhere they needed it to go. I am Aya Shabu, and I am a local performance artist. And so that was part of my personal connection, living right downtown in the west end of Durham and hearing that train whistle, and connecting it to the fragments of history that I began to piece together about Hayti.
Really, this was a community that was born of necessity because after the end of slavery, there were a lot of former slaves who had nowhere to go. Many of them were already here in Durham, but a lot of them migrated to Durham.
It was a mecca, really for the entire country, if not other parts of the diaspora, where folks, were coming here with the idea that, they were going to change their life's trajectory. They were going to find jobs and they were going to own something. This was a mecca of entrepreneurship.
Picture a community that had its own schools, banks, hospital, hotel, shoe repair shop, beauty school, even had its own mortuary that resulted from an incident involving a key figure in the Black community who passed, and the then white funeral home would not give him a respectable burial. So in response to that, there was a gentleman who thought that was just unacceptable, and he started his own mortuary.
There was a hotel, and then the pharmacy was across the street. There was a movie theater right there, and another one down the block. Pierce Freelon. I am a musician and professor, and I ran for mayor of the city of Durham this year. It was a kind of community where, your parents didn't have to worry about you walking down the street by yourself because somebody's mama's gonna snatch you up if you're not acting right. And this sense that this was like a fully functional, robust, resilient, diverse, economically and business-wise city.
And of course, you had your schools, you had your sports, you had your music schools. I mean, you name it, Hayti had it. Found a way to thrive, and they did it for a number of years until good old 147, you know, so.